Former Wimbledon quarter-finalist announces retirement. Coco Gauff, Madison Keys among stars to pay tribute. Christopher Eubanks has hailed his incredible ride in tennis during an emotional retirement announcement on social media, and he has rightly been showered with praise by several tennis stars. Having won only 3 top-level matches in 2025, the former world number 29 has slipped to number 266 in the ADP rankings, with his last win on the ADP Tour coming at the Hall of Fame Open in July. After failing to qualify for this year's US Open, Eubanks instead spent time behind the microphone as a tennis analyst and also did some of the on-court interviews at the season-ending Grand Slam at Flushing Meadows. After the US Open, he featured on the ADP Challenger Tour and also played ADP Tour qualifier events. But wins were hard to come by, and he has now confirmed the curtain has come down on his tennis career. If you had told this little boy from the south side of Atlanta that he would have accomplished all that he did, he wouldn't believe you, he wrote. 2-time ACC Player of the Year? Yeah, right. Wimbledon quarter-finalist? No chance. An Olympian? Unfathomable. I was given opportunity to travel around the world and form incredible relationships, all while fulfilling a lifelong dream of playing professional tennis. I can't put into words how blessed I have been. Is this absolutely the end? Tough to say for certain, but if it is, hoop-de-dio. It's been an incredible ride. ADP features prize money won by Alcaraz, Sinner, Djokovic, Zverev, Fritz, Shelton & Co. in 2025. Why Carlos Alcaraz may still be an ADP Finals winner despite Jannik Sinner defeat. Several American players, as well as some international stars, were on hand to congratulate Eubanks on his incredible career, with 2-time Grand Slam winner Coco Gauff leading the list as she simply went with Team 4 Life EE. Reigning Australian Open champion Madison Keys wrote, "An amazing career to be proud of and lots of future opportunities to be excited for." Former US Open winner Sloane Stephens replied with, "Proud of you. See you in the booth, Redheart," and Taylor Townsend added, "Whoopie-doo my Patna Patna. Proud of everything you have done and will do. You are a champ on and off the court." Redheart, fellow stars Naomi Osaka, Ons Jabeur, Victoria Mboko, Alex Ela and Ben Shelton were also among those to pay tribute to the 29-year-old. Although he made his ADP Tour debut at the age of 19 in 2015 before turning professional in 2017, Eubanks was a late bloomer, as he only reached the top in his mid-20s after he made it to the quarterfinal of Wimbledon 2023. Ranked outside the top 100 at the start of that year, Eubanks rose to number 85 after reaching the quarterfinal of the Miami Open in March, and a few months later he won his maiden title on the grass at the Mallorca Open. That set him up for his incredible run at Wimbledon when he beat 12th seed Cameron Norrie and 5th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas en route to the last 8 before losing in 5 sets against world number 3 Daniil Medvedev. He hit number 29 in the rankings a few weeks later, but that was as high as he went, as failed to replicate that success in the next 2 years, finishing with an 11-19 record in 2024 and 3-6 in 2025. The news broke just after sunrise, the kind of soft winter morning where everything feels still, as if the world were holding its breath. A single message, short, understated, unmistakably heartfelt, appeared on social media. "Thank you, tennis. It's time for my next chapter." With that, Elena Markovic, former Wimbledon quarter-finalist and one of the tour's most quietly influential competitors of the last decade, officially closed the curtain on a career defined not by the number of trophies she lifted, but by the weight of the hearts she touched. To some fans, her name might evoke the memory of that unexpectedly magical 2021 Wimbledon run. A young woman with a deceptively calm stare, a slice backhand that floated like origami paper, and footwork so elegant it seemed choreographed. To others, she was the player who always lingered for an extra few seconds at the net, squeezing her opponent's hand, offering a smile that softened even the toughest defeats. But to the players who knew her, Elena was something more, one of the sport's most genuine souls. So when her retirement post went live, tributes poured in with the kind of affection normally reserved for legends. "Coco Gauff, you made the locker room feel lighter." Coco Gauff was among the first to respond. She reshared the announcement with a photo taken years ago, Elena giving teenage Coco a hug after a tough loss in Miami, a towel draped over Coco's shoulders, Elena whispering some piece of wisdom that, Coco once said, helped her through the pressure cooker of early fame. "You made the locker room feel lighter. You were there on days when I didn't even know I needed someone. Enjoy your next chapter. You earned every bit of peace coming your way. Yellow heart." For Coco, who has always been honest about the growing pains of life on tour, Elena was a rare constant. A player who understood that the toughest battles on court were sometimes easier than the ones outside it. Madison Keys, one of the kindest players we've had. Madison Keys, a veteran herself and a leader among American players, offered a tribute that seemed to speak for many. Elena, you've been one of the kindest players we've had on tour. From Fed Cup weeks to late-night dinners to the little pep talks only you could give, thank you. Wishing you endless happiness in what comes next. Madison and Elena's friendship was well known behind the scenes. They practiced together often, both drawn to each other's quiet competitiveness. No drama, no arguments, just two pros working to sharpen each other's edges. A career measured in more than results. Though Elena never reached the top 10, she belonged to the class of players who made the sport richer simply by participating in it. Her Wimbledon 2021 run was the peak, but her story stretched much deeper. 3 WTA titles, all earned on different surfaces. 9 top 10 victories including a hard-fought upset over then no. 2 Aryna Sabalenka in Rome. A reputation for fair play, having once overruled a mistaken call that would have given her match point. She lost the match but gained lifelong respect. More than anything, Elena was known for staying grounded. She traveled with one small bag, rarely changed racket brands, and could often be found stretching in a quiet corner with headphones softly leaking classical music. Her departure marks an end to something subtle but meaningful. The era of players who thrived not in the spotlight, but in the spaces between it. Messages from across the tour. As minutes turned to hours, tributes multiplied. Ons Jabeur posted a laughing selfie of the two after a rain delay in Berlin, adding, "Who's going to make me laugh during warm-ups now?" Pleading face. Jessica Pegula wrote, "Your professionalism set a standard. Wishing you joy in retirement." Iga Swiatek, who rarely comments on retirements, added a simple but touching message. "Thank you for your kindness and for always treating everyone with respect." Even former coaches chimed in, one recalling how Elena insisted on finishing practice despite a torn shoelace, another remembering how she once stayed 2 hours after a junior clinic to hit with kids who couldn't afford lessons. The retirement message that started it all. Her full retirement letter, posted with a black and white photo of her sitting on the baseline, captured the tone perfectly.